3 years ago, I had a vision to create a series that was just Lotus-based. I've owned a Lotus Elise. I've had many Lotuses over the years. Had a Lotus Elise in every event that I used to go to was Porsches, Ferraris, and one Lotus, two Lotus. When the new regime at Lotus came into play a year ago, they approached me to possibly create or be part of what they now call the Lotus Cup program around the world. There are 5 Lotus Cups, and this is called Lotus Cup USA. We're in conversation to possibly have a year-end championship where we bring over the Lotus winners, Lotus Cup USA winners to England, or vice versa, come over here, the winners from England over to the United States, and have a runoff here. That would be a great way to end the season. Once we align all of the 5 cups around the world, so where they would be participating under one set of rules, that's the ultimate goal of the series, is to have a great championship worldwide.
Lotus Cup USA, this year, with the support of Lotus, has really stepped up its game and given us some fantastic venues that we'll be visiting throughout the year. Today we're at Willow Springs International Raceway, nicknamed the fastest road in the West. We're here with Redline. Redline does this is the professional time attack series of Redline, the first year for that series.
I'm racing in the production class, which is basically, as you can see behind me, a bone stock Elise prepared for safety. You can race an Elise or an Exige. They come in at almost a factory stock weight, very little in the way of modifications. It's a perfect car right off the showroom floor. Just a few adjustments needed, a little bit of race knowledge, and a whole lot of fun. We're doing great. Today's the first day with the car. We finished putting it together on Friday, so we're excited. Qualifying went great. Times throughout the weekend are quick, and support from Lotus has been excellent. So we're really anticipating the race and gonna have a great time.
We want to see the starter over there, giving them the sign to slow it down, make sure they're coming packed 2 by 2. We're going to see the green flag, and there they go, they advance. I'm sorry, they're going to 211, out 211, into turn 1. Alright, we have the top 3 drivers of the Lotus Cup are Jack Free, he is in first place currently. And we have Steve Hart in second place and Glenn Arani in third place with the Lotus Cup. Looks like they got a pretty good handle on things. It looks like they will be maintaining their positions.
Jack, you just won round 1 of the Lotus Cup USA Series. Can you tell us your thoughts about the race and any insights on how you did it?
It's fantastic. It's a great experience. Obviously, I feel bad for my 211 soulmate, Andy. Had some mechanical difficulties, which helped me. But a lot of pressure there from both Glenn Arani and from Eddie Park. But I couldn't be happier. Lotus picks great cars.
I was basically following Jack and Glenn, and they were dicing it out, and I was waiting for an opportunity to pass Glenn, ultimately drafting him in the straight, and I thought I had a clean take in turn 1, and so I decided to take that opportunity.
It was a real fun race like that. It's always good to be real clumped up like that. You know, it brings out the best in the drivers. The strategizing is really important.
And that's it from Lotus at Willow Springs. Bye, Europe.
This is the second race of the day for the Elise Trophy. This time though, they're changing around the top 10 in the grid. Let's hope that they have a better start than last time.
Thanks, Amy. Let's hope they do. Well, the Yokohama grid girls, they'll be getting out of the way quickly as this capacity grid will charge down to riches once more. So, reverse top 10 grid, which means Matt Bartlett takes pole position with Steve Train alongside him. The second row of the grid got Dan Plant and Ben Highland. And then row 3, Phil Stratton Lake and John Lamaster. The Red lights about to go on. Away we go. Matt Bartlett in the red car to the inside of the shot. Steve Train the orange to the outside, but it's Phil Stratton-Lake in the green machine who seems to have made a good start, as does Dan Plant in the white 72. As we watch Matza trying to pick his way up the order, but it's Steve Train who leads into Richards first time with Dan Plant on his tail, then Matt Bartlett in third, Ben Highland in fourth. Everybody cleanly through as Dan Plant moves to the inside of Montreal and takes lead, pushes Steve Train wide. Now Train could be vulnerable here to a challenge from Matt Bartlett and Ben Highland as well. Leading quartet just ahead of Steve Quick and then Luigi Valentino and Matza rounding out top six, then John Lemaster, Stuart Rowland and the race one winner, Ken Savage. Everybody cleaning through Palmer with Neil Livesey next man up, fanning out into Agostini. This Snetterton 300 out has proved so popular with the drivers at this its first ever race meeting, and Lotus on Track Elise Trophy have also shown exactly where you can and cannot overtake, as we see Steve Quick just fending off Matza as they go through Agostini on towards Hamilton, which isn't really an overtaking opportunity. Dan Plant's got the advantage from Steve Train, still with Matt Bartlett in third position, Ben Highland in fourth. Dan Plant, this is great to see him ahead of the field, and at the moment building up what appears to be a reasonably healthy advantage. But what can Ken Savage do? As he looks to pick his way up through the field, Craig Denman rather barges his way through there, but he makes the move stick. It's Mark Yates who's pushed wide in the silver machine. As we go down to Brundle, and still Dan Plant with the advantage as Steve Quick moves himself up past Ben Highland. So Quick into fourth position, Highland in fifth, Matza sixth, Rowland in seventh, and then the master from Ken Savage as Neil Livesey moves to the inside of Phil Stratton-Lake, but Stratton-Lake says no you don't, holds on around the outside through the bomb hole. Bold stuff from Phil Stratton-Lake, and he should be able to defend that through Coram as Dan Plant has come through to complete that one in two Murrays. Looks to be building a reasonably healthy advantage with then 7 cars running as one just behind him. Then Stratton-Lake and Livesey as they make their way onto the centre straight for the first time of asking. Pretty much everybody in this enormous Lotus on Track Elise Trophy field has found somebody to race with. As a little bit lower down the field, Paul Davis is busy dicing away. Back to the front, and Steve Train defends through Riches from Matt Bartlett. Bartlett finds a car's width on the inside, and so he should demote Steve Train as they go into Montreal. That's exactly what he does. Steve Train then moves across and becomes a little bit more defensive, so he keeps Steve Quick at bay. Quick has got Luigi Valentino Massa absolutely glued to his rear bumper. And also look at Ken Savage at the rear of the shot. Ken Savage is moving up the order once more. He really has been the man to beat this weekend at Snetterton as Bartlett kicks up the dust on the exit of Palmer. He's pushing so hard as they go down to Agostini. Quick moves to the inside of Steve Train. Through he goes. Luigi Valentino Matza says that'll do me nicely as well. So he pushes Steve Train out wide as Matt Bartlett slews across the circuit. How they didn't hit him, I don't know. Well, the spectators certainly amused by that one. It demotes Bartlett down the order as Matza gives Train Quick a very slight tap as they go through Nelson. Still Steve Quick has got the advantage from Matza and Ken Savage. They all move past Dan Plant, so we've got the 3 yellow cars back into the lead of the race as Mark Yates in the 37 car, I don't know if he's got a problem there because he seemed to just lock up slightly on the exit of Nelson, but then he slides across in front of James Proctor and maintains position going through the bomb hole. As we move back to the battle ahead of the field, and Ken Savage has streaked into the advantage here from Steve Quick and Luigi Valentino Matza, and then we've got Stuart Rowland there as well, so exactly as we were in race 1, and the gap back to Dan Plant, Ben Highland and John Lemaster. So Ken Savage looking so good as side by side between Steve Quick and Luigi Valentino Matza. Matza edged out to the outside, so he clouts the curb on the inside of Riches. That won't really give him too much of an advantage on the way to Montreal as Quick goes very defensive. This could work in Rowland's favour, although Steve Quick outbreaks himself slightly, and Matza goes door handle to door handle with Steve Quick. They almost touch once more. Stuart Rowland tries to make it 3 abreast into Palmer, no way through there, but Matza elevating himself up into second position with Steve Quick in third, Stuart Rowland in fourth. The big gap back then to Ben Holland in fifth position. Stuart Rowland looking to the inside of Steve Quick, and is he going to make that move stick through Agostini? Yes, he is, just about he pushes Quick onto the curb. Steve Quick doesn't want any of that. Through Hamilton they go, and that is brave to be racing through there. It's a very quick corner into Oggies. no way through there possibly, because the circuit widens out as they run towards Williams, and the exit from Williams is absolutely key onto the Bentley straight that will bring them down to Brundle and Nelson. So Steve Quick this time gets the exit from Williams all wrong, all four wheels on the dirt, as there's a spin from Steve Train. So the man who was one of our early contenders for a podium finish, well, unfortunately he won't be there now, as he goes down the order, as does Andrew Napier. So Andrew Napier in the 61 car also spins out of contention. A great shame, because Andrew is a very rapid driver. So we go back to the battle between Luigi Valentino Mazza and Stuart Rowland for second and third position. Well, it was Mazza who had the honours in race one. What could Stuart Rowland do in race two? Will he be able to depose Luigi Valentino Mazza? For the moment, Mazza is looking reasonably in control of affairs. Oh no, that's Steve Quick out of the race. Steve Quick is a retirement as Lee Mole. Well, that will have given him a fright, but not as much of a fright as some of the cars behind, and nicely gathered up as well as Phil Stratton Lake and Craig Demon dice out as they go through Brundle into Nelson. And it looks like it's Stratton Lake who's just got the advantage from Craig Demon, although Demon is right on the tail of Phil Stratton Lake. Stratton Lake, another very exciting drive within the series, and is particularly adept at defending, as we are into the final lap of the race. And Ken Savage looks on course to have an absolutely perfect weekend, because he won his class in the Lotus Cup UK, he won the first race in the Lotus on Track Elise Trophy, and he's well on course to win the second, as well as Matt Bartlett looks to make a last gasp move on Nigel Hannum, but he gets it all wrong and rotates. So Matt Bartlett spins down the order as just Murray's to go for Ken Savage. Out of the final turn he comes, accelerating up the centre straight, and Ken Savage is going to do the double here in the opening Lotus on Track Elise Trophy rounds of 2011. He takes the win at Snetterton. A stunning drive this weekend from Ken Savage. He will be absolutely delighted with that. So to give you the classification, it's Ken Savage who takes the win from Stuart Rowland in second, Luigi Valentino Mazza in third, John Lemaster in fourth, and Ben Hyland rounding out the top five. Three very delighted drivers on the podium as Ken's son Ryan does the photography honours. The champagne starts to fly.
Ken, it's been an amazing weekend for you. How are you feeling?
Fabulous, fabulous. We've had a few chats this afternoon, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Yeah, no, I was really not expecting that. Started from 10th. There's some good guys on the grid, and I just was not expecting to be able to get through the field. And then once I got ahead, Luigi was just fighting, and I managed to get away.
Dream come true, to be honest. 2 seasons in the Elise Trophy and generally working my way up the grid, and I guess I was cautiously confident this year, and to come to Snetterton on the new circuit, get a podium in the first race and fight through the field in the second race and go one better to get second is just fantastic. Absolutely, just pleased.
Right, Luigi, you were looking good. Were you hoping for better?
Yeah, I was hoping for a win actually, but there was a lot going on. Steve was very awkward to get past, fair enough. And then when Ken came through, obviously he bridged the gap and there was some battles going on, so I really didn't get a break. But I had a kill switch go on me, and I think I'm going to get rid of that because that lost me a place, unfortunately. But a good race, yeah, enjoyable. On the podium.
So that's it for today from Snetterton. We'll be back later in the season with more Lotus racing from around Europe.